Hi, we're in a set of videos about creating the graphics pipeline. Last time we created the programmable stages of the pipeline. Now we will set up the viewport. The viewport essentially sets where is everything going to go on the final frame. We're going to match the whole surface that we get to draw on. But imagine if you're creating a split screen game. Then you might like to create two graphic pipelines, one drawing for the left side of the screen and one for the right. Some parts of the graphics pipeline can be selected as dynamic. This means that we're going to be able to change them later. We're going to do this with the viewport since the size of the window might change at some point. So we create a new array for the two dynamic states that we're going to have. The dynamic state viewport and scissor. And then we create a new VK pipeline dynamic state create info variable. And we set the S type to the correct value for that type. The dynamic state count we set to the size of the dynamic states array, and the pointer to the dynamic states we set to the data. Now, we need to initialize the viewport. The X and Y will be aligned to the 0, 0 coordinate. This is the top left of our frame. And the width will be casted to a float from the extent width. Same we do with the height, where we cast it from the extent height. The min and max depth we set from 0 to 1. The scissor is pretty straightforward. We'll cut anything that is outside of this region we specified for the viewport, so 0, 0 for offset and extent for the extent. Next, we can create the viewport state create info. As with any create info struct, we set the S type, and then we set the viewport count and the scissor count to 1. And we pass the address to the viewport to the P viewports, and the address to the scissor to the P scissors. This is everything we need to set up the viewports.